This is Latice Swing, nutrition coach with 88 Fitness Training. Today I'm here to just show you a couple of staples of groceries that I get when I go to the grocery store. Most times people will ask, well, what is it that you shop for? What should I shop for? So I just want to go through and show you guys just a few of the things that I get when I go to the grocery store. Having a big family, I normally have to do a really huge shop. So I have a lot of stuff. But here are just a couple of the things that I use or that I buy when I go to the grocery store. First and foremost, I have condiments. I'll start with some condiments. Some of the condiments that we like to use are mustard. So this is just a regular yellow mustard. Yellow mustard is just fine. So you can use that for different condiments. I also love this Dijon mustard. It's has a very good flavor. So this is another thing that we love to use. We also like to use sesame oil. Sesame oil is normally used when we do some breakfasts, and then we also do some egg rolls in a bowl, and we love having that. So we use a little bit of sesame oil, toasted sesame oil, whichever you find is fine. Of course, as I always say, read the ingredients just to make sure that it's nothing crazy in there. One of the other things that I like to use is heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream is something that I like to use in my coffee. I also like to make what we call a fruit salad yummy yummy. You probably heard of it before, but it's an awesome treat that we like to have. And we also will take that. One of my favorite things to blend it with is mango chunks. I love having it with mango chunks, but you can use any type of fruit that you would like. So you just put it in the blender and you blend it up, and it's amazing. Maybe I'll have to do a video on that one as well. But those are just a couple of the things that I like to use for that. Another condiment that I enjoy for our marinara sauce, I actually use Eat Happy. And this is one that you have to order online. This is not one that you can buy in the grocery store, but there are marinara sauces that you can buy in the grocery store that will not have a lot of extra added sugar or grains or gluten or dairy in it. Of course, as I always say, read your ingredients. So this is just a little shout out to Anna Bocino. So if you go on eathappykitchen.com, you should be able to find some of these if it's something that you would be interested in having. Another awesome thing that I like to use for cooking is Irish butter. We use pure Irish butter. We don't get any of the butters that are in a tub or margarines or spreads or any of those. We love using regular, just plain Irish butter. And this is made with milk from grass-fed cows. So it's absolutely incredible. So definitely make sure that you're reading your ingredients on your butter as well, because your butter technically should only have milk, salt, and sometimes cream. Or not sometimes cream, it should have cream as well, but sometimes salt. And if it's unsalted, then it won't have salt, which is totally fine. Another thing that we love are our cheeses. Of course, if you are sensitive to dairy, please do not feel like you have to get anything with dairy. Dairy is a choice of yours. If it's something that you would like, then enjoy it. If it's something that bothers you or that you can't have, or sometimes if you have trouble losing weight, dairy can be the issue. So couple of the cheeses that I have are provolone, which is a cheese that I love. Also, we love smoked Gouda cheese. So these are some cheeses that we like to get. I normally get Colby Jack. I'll get sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, just any type of cheese, as long as it is not in a plastic package that you have to unwrap them individually, because those cheeses are actually made with chemicals and things that you shouldn't be putting in your body. Whereas these type of cheeses that are already sliced, these are good cheeses because it's just pure cheese and it doesn't have any of the extra added stuff in it that you don't want. So those are some of our favorite cheeses. I will go through a couple of veggies that I love using. Shredded lettuce is just one that we keep on hand for our burger bowls. If we love burger bowls, this is something that I love to use. I also love getting coleslaw. The classic coleslaw is what we use for our egg rolls in a bowl. So we just mix these with our ground beef, and they're tasty and yummy. The other thing that I love getting are frozen vegetables. I have my helpers. Frozen vegetables. So I like green beans. I love having green beans. We love having broccoli. And we also enjoy California medley. Every now and again, I will also get peas. And the reason why I get frozen vegetables in comparison to, sorry, don't even have all that noise. this is a real-time video, so I'm not going to do any cuts or edits. So I want you guys just to see that, you know, I'm a real person and we're doing real things here. But the reason why I like using frozen vegetables is because frozen vegetables, first of all, when they cut them and they take them to the plant and they clean them off. And normally what they do is they rinse them, they clean them off, and then they flash freeze them. So they're not sprayed with any type of pesticides or anything like that. And that's why sometimes some people can tolerate frozen vegetables more than they can tolerate fresh vegetables. So if that's one of your issues, then please make sure that you get frozen vegetables. As long as you season them right, they taste just as good. And now for the last and final thing, I would go through spices, but I can tell you what the spices are that we normally use. We normally use pink Himalayan salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. Those are just a couple of the ones. We love using chili powder as well, but always make sure if you get any type of spice blends that you read the ingredients, because sometimes they will have some sugars added into them or some icky things that we don't want. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. Let me show you, I have all of my stuff right here. So we will talk about meats for the last thing, because I do believe, as I always say, I believe that meat is part of a healthy diet. So you can definitely incorporate it and you do what works best for you. If you are not a person that likes to eat pork, then that's fine. Just do not eat pork. If you cannot tolerate certain foods, then make sure that you do what's best for you. But as for me and my family, we eat any type of meat. We are good at eating any type of meat. All of us, our stomach can handle it. Sometimes if your stomach cannot handle things like beef or certain things, most times it's because you have to fix the acids in your stomach. So that's an issue, a gut issue that you have to figure out first. But some of the meats that we love are pork chops. We love pork chops. Throw them in the air fryer with some nice seasonings and they're tasty and yummy. We also love our bacon because we do eat pork, so we do love bacon. Make sure that you check your ingredients on your bacon because sometimes they can have added extra things in that as well. This bacon here just has water, salt, and it does have sugar. But, you know, again, we know that it's that little trace sugar that's going to be in there, but it's not any extra or added sugars or things that ingredients that are in there. We also enjoy smoked sausages. Sorry, we have them nice and frozen because we have so many of them. But we also enjoy smoked sausages. Again, make sure you read your ingredients on these. One of the reasons why I like getting the beef smoked sausages or the Polska kielbasa sausages is because they don't have too much extra stuff in it. Unfortunately, I have noticed that the turkey brand, the brand that is the turkey, actually has cornstarch in it. So make sure, again, just make sure you're reading those ingredients. We also love using these pork sausage rolls for our dip that I like to make. And I normally use the pork sausage roll. I will use cream cheese, and then I will also use diced tomatoes and chilies. And it just turns out to be an amazing dish. And sometimes it's good for a snack if you like a snack. And there are Parmesan cheese crisps that they sell in the store that you can also use, and you can use those for dipping in place of your chips. So hopefully that was a good tip for someone. So that's our pork sausage rolls. And of course, again, make sure that you read your ingredients because sometimes they like to try to sneak things in there. And last but not least, one of my ultimate staples is ground beef. This is a huge thing of ground beef, which this is actually about almost 6 pounds of ground beef. Because as I said, my family, I have a family of 6. I have 3 boys and I have a girl. And my husband and all of my children, they eat a lot. We all actually eat a lot. So with that being the case, I want to make sure that we have enough to feed them so that everyone is full, because we don't use fillers like rice or potatoes or anything like that. We do have sweet potatoes because we have added sweet potatoes back in, which we love having sweet potatoes certain times of the week. And we try to put it in a day where it's not too much for anybody, where they don't feel like they've had too much or they're over full. So if you enjoy sweet potatoes and it doesn't mess with your weight loss or your journey that you're on, then please, by all means, enjoy your sweet potatoes. One last thing, I did say that the meat was going to be the last thing, but one last thing as far as snack wise, sometimes I'm asked, well, what about snacks? When you start eating in a healthier way, what happens is your body actually is less hungry. Your body starts to get back to a state of homeostasis. And so your signals, your hunger signals, and when you're full, all of those signals begin to be fixed and they start to get back to the state that they are supposed to be. So most times you'll find yourself where you won't even feel like snacking, or you won't even want any extra food outside of your meals. But if in fact it's something that you want to have, something that I love to give to my children, because I'm not really a heavy snacker, but if I give something to my children, most times I like to get them dry roasted peanuts, and these are literally dry roasted. So the only ingredient in this is peanuts. And again, with these, you want to make sure that you're reading your ingredients, because unfortunately they sneak a lot of sugars and seed oils in peanut blends that have different, when the ones that have the raisins and cranberries and different things, a lot of them are roasted in seed oils. So please be careful, because as I always say, those seed oils cause inflammation. So you want to watch out for that. And just for just a little sugar kick, to give them just something a little sweet, I'm not going to say sugar kick, just to give them something a little sweet, I will take dark chocolate morsels and add those in with the peanuts. And that just gives them a nice little treat that they can have, and they're able to enjoy their snack while they're, whether it's in school, of course, because everything is virtual now, or most people are virtual, whether they're doing that or if we're getting ready to leave and they just need something quick to put in their stomach, that's what we use. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have any questions at all, please shoot us an email at 88fitnesstraining.com. I'm sorry, at gmail.com. You can hit us up there and send us any emails if you have any questions. And again, I hope that some of these items that I showed you, you will write them down or rewind this video and go back and see which ones you like and see which ones you want to use, so that you can start to put those, just start to make a healthier transition. Even if you don't do it all at once, each time you go to the grocery store, just buy a little less of the things that you shouldn't be having. So again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and have a great day.